Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Are you serious? I mean, are you really effing serious? The story I'm going to do on this one, I still have it in front of me, and I haven't changed the look on my face as I was reading it, which is just kind of, I don't believe what I'm reading. It's about Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the Opperman Foundation. So the Opperman Foundation was going to have its 2024 award ceremony for what? How do they call it? Mini Christmas Foundation. Pausing. The slate of this year's honorees or honorees for the Opperman Foundation of the RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Leadership Award, formerly the Ruth Bader Ginsburg Women in Leadership Award. So I guess they didn't want to just have it for women. They wanted to open up to everybody. They had the honorees announced last week, and it included Martha Stewart, Sylvester Stallone, and Michael Milkin. First off, what is it with the frickin' felons? Martha Stewart? Really? Yeah, insider trading. Michael Milken, insider trading. You notice the theme here? You know who else was going to be honored on this one? Rupert Murdoch, Elon Musk. Are you effing kidding me? Rupert Murdoch. Oh yeah, that's right in the RBG leadership wheelhouse. Members of the Ginsburg family and a former clerk for the justice called the foundation to pull her name off the award. Her son Jim Ginsburg telling CNN's Paula Reed on Sunday that the choices of Musk and Murdoch were a desecration of his mother's memory. When you think of trying to create a more just society, which of course was his mom's ultimate goal, those are probably the last names that would come to mind. Yeah, why don't you just throw frickin' Rush... Yeah, here comes the cat. The cat's even is outraged. Why don't you put Rush Limbaugh on there while you're at it, you know? Maybe Attila the Hun. It's just, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, that's like a satire. That would be something you would see in The Onion. You cannot be serious. I would probably ask the Opperman group to never ever utter their mother's name. You are not allowed to say RBG or Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I don't want to ever hear her name passing through your lips again. They should probably send Will Smith over there just to get the message across in case they need something a little less subtle. For God's sake. Now I can't shuffle my cards because there is, of course, a cat in the way. Look, the camera just adjusted for you. Yeah, don't look at me. Look at them. Meow. Okay. So, we have a trick. Courtesy of TikTok. I just have to do a little bit of bookkeeping here. Don't mind me just for a moment. Turning on a speaker downstairs. Okay, connected. I go to my TikTok app. You know, the one that's going to be banned in 5 months. Unless Steve Mnuchin gets his way. I go to my favorites. And here is a little video on cats. Let me turn up the volume. And I'll share it to you. It's called when your cat hears this sound and they come closer to you. It's some cat making cat-friendly noises. This cat hears it and he goes tearing off to go find out where the friendly cat is that he can play with. So that's how I can remove him from my card table without having to pick him up. Now, if he's really bored, he'll come back again and sit down and insist that I throw cards on him. But I hadn't shuffled them up yet, so I really need to get him to move on here. Okay, Ruth Bader Ginsburg Award. Good Lord! All right, what is the absolute energy around this? You've got to be kidding me. The Opperman Foundation. They're canceling the ceremony that for April 2024. I mean, I guess the Republicans get upset about, M&Ms and go-go boots. This is what I choose to get upset about. Good God, what were they thinking? Justice card. Yeah, there's Justice Ginsburg, her whole, like, her whole life, she was a trailblazer in that field. So, yeah, of course we want Rupert Murdoch and Elon Musk in there. Duh. Where's Rush Limbaugh? Why don't you just posthumously add Rush Limbaugh to the mix? You piles of garbage. Cross with the Chariot. Oh, but it's time to move on. It's kind of got the, too soon vibe to it. Her legacy is going to move on for years. And the last thing you need to do is sully it with these people's names. But somebody's not valuing that legacy. Associating Rupert Murdoch with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Sylvester Stallone, okay, whatever. I don't know Sly very well. Sly and the Family Stallone? I don't know Sylvester Stallone very well. I know the movies that he makes and stuff like that. Martha Stewart, icon of home living and insider trader. Michael Milkin, financier and insider trader. Rupert Murdoch, because there's no shadiness there. How about some people that follow the law, Why not like Jimmy Carter or Rosalind Carter, if they haven't already received it? Those would be some good choices. People that did the right thing, maybe followed the law, didn't get busted for breaking the law. Oh, dear. In the past, the group meeting behind the scenes to come up with... Oh, Jesus. Are you serious? To come up with the nominees. And I'm sure the nominees donate no small amount of money to the Opperman Fund when they're nominated as a thank you for being nominated, supporting the fund and all that. I think money played a lot more than Ruth Bader Ginsburg's legacy. Speaking of legacies, the family is trying very much to protect her legacy. Ruth has done a lot of things that'll be good in the history books, but her legacy has value. Now, I don't know what the Opperman Fund was thinking, but I think they were thinking about cash behind the scenes, if you know what I mean. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Maybe the Opperman Fund's running low on cash, and they're doing a cash grab, naming off a couple of very wealthy billionaires. There are at least 3 billionaires in that list. Murdoch, Milkin, I'm sure Milkin's a billionaire, and Musk. Musk is a billionaire too. Jeez. Money? Are you serious? Overarching energy. Knight of Swords. And here comes her family to the rescue. Oh, no, you don't. You are not doing that to our mother's reputation. Who the heck do you people think you are? And they let everybody know. To the point it's been canceled so that you and I now know about this. Outcome. King of Swords. I think Ruth Bader Ginsburg's son Jim Ginsburg has now made a name for himself and his family. And I think that any future awards that involve Ruth Bader Ginsburg, they're going to think twice before they start, doing the money grab thing. Money grab. Where money grab hits reputation. This is just... I don't think that way. I don't think of when I think of giving somebody an award, I think of giving somebody an award because they fit the spirit of the award. I don't think of maybe they'll give us a positive review on Twitter, and maybe we'll get more followers and we'll make more money, or maybe they'll make a big honking donation to our fund or something along those. It doesn't even occur to me. I guess I'm too naive in that regard. I kind of want to look. What's the Opperman's Foundation financial health? Let me look and see if they've got any financial issues in the news. Okay, we're back. I couldn't find anything on the financial health. At least nothing recent. 2020. And 2019, they had like $14 million net. 2020, they were $300,000 to the bad. So I'm not sure what to make of it here. They did have a statement. The Opperman Foundation had a statement released on March 18th today. The purpose of the RBG Leadership Award is to remember Justice Ginsburg and honor her. She changed America by teaching us that we are all equal. All caps. The opportunities available to millions of women in the last 50 years speaks for itself. The Opperman Foundation asks nothing of anybody. It is not a business. It's not a government agency. It's not political. It's not a fundraising mechanism. Its purpose is only to do good, to honor RBG, to reflect on her legacy and leadership, and in her name to identify other leaders who have made a contribution to our world, not just through law. This year, we selected leaders in different fields. We honored men for the first time. We thought RBG's teachings regarding equality, all caps, should be practiced. We did not consider politics. Instead, we focused on leaders who, in their own way, have made significant contributions to society. Keeping in mind our goal is only to do good, the foundation is not interested in creating controversy. It is not interested in generating a debate about whether particular honorees are worthy or not. And while Justice Ginsburg's concept of equality, all caps, for women was very controversial for most of her life, the foundation does not intend to enter the fray. Indeed, Justice Ginsburg was known for her civility. It is important to note that the last thing we intended was to offend the family and the friends of RBG. Our purpose is only to remember her and honor her leadership. And while we believe each of the honorees is worthy of our respect for their leadership and their notable contributions, the foundation has decided that the planned ceremony in April 2024 will be canceled. Over the next several months, the foundation will reconsider its mission and make a judgment about how or whether to proceed in the future. We will consider there is a way forward that we can bring honor and joy to the process with a minimum amount of controversy. This is the only statement made on this subject. Julie Opperman, chairman of the Dwight D. Opperman Foundation. I get the apolitical part and wanting to honor men, so on and so forth. But let's not be naive, shall we? You could be apolitical. What was the key line in here? As I was reading it, I avoided the eye roll. Our only goal is to do good and not interested in creating controversy. Elon Musk does nothing but create controversy. That's his thing. He's like a professional billionaire troll. Rupert Murdoch's whole Fox News fiasco and all the propaganda it sells, that's all about selling controversy. Are you kidding me? Milkin, Martha Stewart. Controversy surrounds both of them. You couldn't pick a couple of frickin' Eagle Scouts your first go around, huh? Why don't you just honor Bill Cosby while you're at it? O.J. Simpson, let's get some non-controversial black men in there while you're honoring, so we have diversity in there. Throw Clarence Thomas in there too while you're at it. God's sakes. Could you fumble this thing anywhere? I'm not a PR person. But the look on my face should have said it all. Maybe they should hire me. I'll do it for free. Hey, we're going to run by the list of people that we want to honor Ruth Bader Ginsberg by. Okay, shoot. What do you got? Oh, we got Elon Musk. Rupert Murdoch. Are you kidding me? Milkin. Wasn't he involved in, securities fraud? Oh, yeah. Oh, Martha Stewart. Well, at least you picked a woman, and she has her own magazine cover. You couldn't have picked Oprah Winfrey, huh? Wouldn't that have been a better shot? Okay, Opperman Fund, what's your future? I'm sorry. This bothers me. I'll forget about it soon enough. But this bothers me because you're talking somebody's legacy here. Somebody who was just a badass. And this is the best that you can do. What's Opperman's future? That's a mystery. Yeah, but deck's upside down. They've lost their way. This just tells me they've lost their way. This The Ruth Bader Ginsburg was to celebrate women leadership. There's plenty of leadership opportunities to go around. I appreciate the fact that they're including men in it. It's okay to have leadership ones that celebrate women's leadership. It wasn't like this wasn't a marginalized group in the leadership field for a long time and still is. But, what's their future? It's unknown. It's like they used to be celebrated, but now they've lost their way, and now they have to make a decision. Are we going to continue down that path? Whatever this path is. This is a great card for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, by the way. In the past, you got the Chariot card. Oppenheimer Fund was Opperman Fund was moving along, doing its thing, celebrating women, and then bammo! Let's bring in something new, something different, something completely non-controversial, like Elon Musk and Rupert Murdoch, because they aren't controversial. No, heavens no. We're going to bring in Vladimir Putin and Bibi Netanyahu, but they weren't available to show up at the moment. Now they have to figure out their way out. Are they going to go forward? Or are they going to retreat? There might be some arguing and fighting on the board. I think the four martini lunches got to them. There's going to be a lot of turmoil on this board as they try and figure out what they're going to do going forward, because this was shooting yourself in the foot with a shotgun with both barrels. And now they have to reevaluate their values or their money. Maybe all these things are values that were in the previous thing, but now they have to reevaluate their values. And you can imagine how much this is going to affect fundraising for them. They're a nonprofit. They raise money. They dispense money. I think something like this really is going to impact fundraising for them too. And now they have to decide their values. Have their values decreased? They're going to see money decrease because of the non-controversial decision that they wanted. They brought the controversy to themselves. Now what do you do? What do you do? I don't necessarily see. I think they're going to stay around. I think they're going to try and exist, but they are going to see a diminishment in their ability to help people through this unforced error. Maybe they go backwards. Maybe go back to what you were doing before to celebrate women, because y'all lost your way and you lost the narrative. We are in a very, very tumultuous times right now. I'm surprised they didn't put Mitch McConnell in there. Let's talk about people that totally honored Ruth Bader Ginsburg legacy. Maybe they could have nominated one terrible person as a statement of, this person's a leader that we don't like, but Ruth Bader Ginsburg was about forgiving people, so we'll include Mitch McConnell in this ceremony or something. I can usually find kind things to say. I'm struggling with this one. This group's lost their way. They have absolutely lost their way. And I'm pissed. It's no big deal. There's, when you've got Trump trying to take down the government and turn us to an autocracy, Putin's invading other countries, China's sharpening their swords, looking at Taiwan, and, you've got all this stuff going on. There's still a little bit of outrage for people's reputation. Don't mess with my RBG. Don't mess with her. I only the smile at the end is I think of the great SNL sketches that they did with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'll throw a link to one of them on the community page if you've not seen it. There's a great Pete Davidson one where they're doing the Ruth Bader Ginsburg rap. And she used to show up also on Weekend Update and totally flirt with Colin Jost, the whole time, and she does her great dancing moves, which it tickles me to think that. Could you imagine if Ruth Bader Ginsburg had moves like that? She's such a queen. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your likes, shares, comments, everything you do to feed the algorithm so we can get this video out to a wider audience, to people just discovering this channel for the first time and maybe are a little bit outraged about the post-humanist post-humanist treatment of Ruth Bader Ginsburg by the Opperman Foundation. You know, glad you found us. We can all commiserate together. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.